I live in Northport, Florida, and the reason that I called Channel 7 News is because they don't have any available housing for seniors. And, you know, all of us seniors are struggling. Gas prices are above, like, highest record. $4.15 is what we pay in this town. I know some towns are up and some towns are down. But like I said, my anxiety and my blood pressure and getting all worked up over the fact of just being able to find a place. And, you know, I've been, since January, I've put in probably 50, 60 different places that I've gone to, and everybody just says the same thing. Oh, we don't have any. Did you try this place? And they give you 4 or 5 places. You go to each one of them, and they say, oh, we haven't had none in a while. It's a 2-year wait, and a 2-year don't wait when you got to move in 6 months. And now that 6 months has shrunk down to I have 30 days left. You know, like I said, June, I got to, probably put my stuff into a storage unit and live in a truck. It's kind of hard to sleep in a truck when you're 65 years old, or sleep in the woods, and I know there's a lot of homeless that do it too. But most of the seniors, we don't have drug problems. We don't have any of these other issues. What we do have is we're basically honest people. We want a safe place to live for an affordable amount of money, and we want our politicians and our elected officials to work on that for us, seeing that Florida houses some of the largest amounts of seniors in the country. So there should be something to help us, and that's what I'm asking for.
Now, what steps have you taken, and then can you take us through the high rent component?
Well, the rents just keep going up, but as of January, when COVID-19 was over, it seemed like the value of homes have skyrocketed. They've gone up 40%. In that situation, a lot of, not just my landlord, but all landlords are raising their rent on the people. We can barely afford to live now and stuff like that. My truck has sat in the driveway for over 10 days, and dead empty. I got to wait till the first of the month, and I can only afford to throw $20 in. When that $20 is done doing my errands for the month, that truck parks again until the first of the following month till I get the money. It just ain't right. Something's got to be done to help the housing for the elderly.
So you want housing set aside, earmarked for senior citizens?
Well, there should be some in each town. If it's a large town, then they have to set a little more aside for their seniors. If it's a smaller town, there's experts that know how this works a lot better than me. But the thing is, even a person with common sense knows that we've got to do something about our elderly, you know what I mean? Thank God for the ones that retired and set enough aside for themselves, which I thought I'd be fine. But I've been through everything and everything else, and it's only been 4 years. And like I said, I'd like there to be affordable housing. And as far as that Palm Port up on South Price, just before Toledo Blade, they advertised that they going to have them for the elderly, and they're going to thing since January, talking to their construction workers, going by the job site to see if there's any phone numbers, talking to the senior center, talking to my caseworker, talking to my counselor from my medical thing. Everybody, there are no places, and nobody seems to care and stuff like that. We don't have that much more to our life. We should be able to at least enjoy it comfortably.
Can you talk about the inflation component and the trickle-down effect? Housing, food, gas, the whole thing.
All of it. Housing is what that I'm concerned about. But look at how much food is going up by 40 or 50%. Gas is at an all-time high at $4.15 in the town. When I moved here, it was $1.69 a gallon. I used to do my grocery shopping for myself for $45 a week. Now they give me a $149 card, to help me do food. I can't buy as much with that $149 that what I used to buy with my $60. So it's just, that's how much food is going up. I haven't bought meat or any of that stuff. You go in, a piece of steak is $25, you know. Who can afford, if there's 4 people in the family, that's $100 to have a steak dinner. I live alone, so I don't eat steak and that stuff, but I like to buy chicken once in a while. I like to buy some things, but when you don't have the money because you're housing and you're nervous and you're worried about all these other issues that are compounding it and everything else and stuff, like I said, my blood pressure and, like I said, just anxiety, worrying, and all the work, I'm, you know, moving the house around, trying to get everything in order, so if I did find a place I could get out of here in time, because I don't want them to keep my security deposit, because if they did, that would cripple me. I'm counting on that to help me, you know, to get the new place and all that other stuff. So I don't know what to say, but it just ain't right. And I think the politicians and all our representatives ought to open their eyes and start to think about this stuff, because it's a very, very important issue, you know.
So the bottom line is we need to look out for our senior citizens?
I think the bottom line, everybody needs to look out for their senior citizens, not just me, for all senior citizens. They need our help. They took care of us when we were little, and now that they're at that age, it's up to us. It's our obligation to take care of those.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.